All right, this is an interesting cannabis ETF that I didn't even know existed. I didn't think these little penny stock cannabis companies were in an ETF. I thought they'd be too teeny. But we have a 32% dividend. You know, if all this keeps rising, like if he legalizes it, decriminalizes it, I mean, a lot would have go in all this. But, and looking at this ETF, you have Tilray. I mean, Tilray is on a tear. A straight tear. And even SNDL. And I have SNDL in my family members account. And CGC. That one's not doing as well. But the ACB, SNDL looks to be doing the best. And he would have bought all these at around the same time. So he would have went into SNDL, CGC, ACB. When did he buy those? 464 days ago. So that would have been over a year ago. And now, are they finally going to do something? I guess we'll see. CGC specifically up, but they are on a horrible, and if we're looking at over a year, I don't even know. That would have been, February of then? No, I don't know, around these times. Man, oh man. This has been a long, stupid road. Now, this one, production, sale, cannabinoid products, both adult medical purposes. Canada. Hemp, distribution, production. So a lot of stuff goes in this infrastructure and whatnot. So, I mean, there'll be so many companies that come up if it ends up being legalized nationwide. That'd be crazy. But CGC could end up, if we're on a cannabis run for whatever reason. But then my fear would be like VFF. That one's on and up for sure. But see, VFF's a little different. They're doing other things, which I'm getting a little bullish on them. But now I just feel like if nothing comes of this in the next couple months, then it's all going to just go back down. And everyone's going to say, never mind, nobody's going to do anything. But see, VFF's a little different because they're doing management operation of agricultural greenhouse facilities. So, you know, that could carry over into other stuff besides just the cannabis industry, which I think could be interesting. And they've been around a long ass time, 1987. And the thing about the tomatoes, speaking of cannabis or this agricultural industry, I'm just still admiring this guy and wondering if I should make a jump, because I think this, I don't know. I just be better off going into a symbiotic or one of those robot ones. This one's going to be engages in distribution, controlled environment, agriculture, equipment supplies, offering lighting, atmosphere control, hydroponics, nutrients, additives, growing media, plant care, all these things. So even if cannabis didn't, I wonder if there's such a little guy here. Revenue lagged. Oh, I didn't see that. Well, then definitely there's time, because that's their year, 1 year. Not in any big catalyst there. So I'll keep watching them. But VFF, SNDL, the Cron one, people like the Cron one. And then there's some other ETFs. I'd come across the ETF because I was looking at it like that. And they gave me these. One of them's called, I want to look at MJ. So now we'll move on to another cannabis ETF, MJ. I don't write down any of the things I do. All these Hitty, people talk about Hitty a lot, and ACB. My family members in ACB, and it definitely is not doing them well right now. Well, not bad. Their best performing one is SNDL. Aurora Cannabis could be coming up for an upswing, people, an upswing. We'll see, but that one's in this MJ one, so that's a nice. And wait a minute, what? How does that just hold 52% of the other one? What the hell are these? A lot of Tilray. Tilray appears to be the most bullish of the ETF people, because I like to look at ETFs because it can kind of give you the idea of, you know, what whoever's making this ETF, which I don't know who's making it. Wait, they have a 2.62% dividend. What? If they have a why wouldn't you just go into the other one then? Like with the 37% dividend? Unless that's, how can that be real? That's kind of weird. You might as well just go into CNBS. If indeed CNBS is having that gigantic dividend. Toke. Let's see what Toke says, people. Toke is at a lower one Another rise. Dude, what is happening? See, here's the thing. What you could expect to happen if you go into cannabis now is they don't do anything. I feel like I'm such a bear on cannabis. I'm a bear. I'm not usually bearish, but that's because I know what they'll do. I've seen it before. But this guy, a 3.49% dividend. What are they holding? VFF. That's the one I like a lot. SNDL. Oh, MAPS is an interesting one. MAPS is not... Is MAPS the one that's not actually cannabis? It's like... I think this one actually... I don't know what I think about this one. An online cannabis marketplace. I mean, maybe connecting, but that could just be so easily recreated on any other thing, I think. I mean, what do they have that's like special? If anybody knows and like to say, I would like to. Altria, that one's cigarettes mainly, too. That's Philip Morris. Which, not Philip Morris, but what about Marlboro? What do they make? Smokable segments, cigarettes. Is it Marlboro? Tobacco products. Maybe it's not. But that one is a 6.14% dividend. I wonder if they would branch into... I bet a company like this would probably end up buying a cannabis company. Why wouldn't they? They already know, like, things about, all the shit, the navigating this type of industry. So that would make sense. If one like Altria, I wonder if they are. We are buyers of the stock of dividends. They, what are they at? See, they must be bumping. Oh, that was bumping off their earnings. Reports strong 4% core operating profit, expansion alternative products, offset tobacco declines. High dividend, yield. That could be Altria. That would be interesting. But that's in Toke. But then again, it is not 3.4. But yeah, that was way cheaper. But who knows? They could grow. Toke, I'm writing that down. It's one of our possible cannabis ETFs. I think that one could look nice. Of course I'm setting it up for disappointment. And then MJ was probably not. Let's say if YOLO. MJ, I just wouldn't see the point of not getting in CNBS. This one's a cheap one. On a whole, dude, all of these. What's their 5 years? Actually, I don't know how long they would have been around. See, that's what these people do to us, people. They trick us. They trick us all the time. So why would we think they're going to do it now? Unless we really do. People like this. MSOS. Let me see. I've seen MSOS on the X before. So I'd probably write that down. Another one. See? Just... that one doesn't have too bad of like a dip. No dividend though, but Curlif. Oh yeah, this one. But this will be over the counter. Another one, Curl F, but this one I assume is over the counter. I do not think I'd be able to buy that one in there. This is a weird one, just holding a lot of things and no dividend, so I wouldn't. If you're doing cannabis ETF, oops, my computer's gonna run out of batteries. This one though, interesting. And then Jazz Pharmaceuticals. Hitty, people like that Hitty one, but wait, I don't know what that one's at. High Tide. It's gonna be on a high tide. But these can be your cannabis highs. Do they get higher than these with no actual news? I mean, there is news. What is it? Cannabis Trump. His interests push Indiana toward legalization. Forthcoming rescheduling. Oh. Wait a minute. What is this saying here? Lead CBTs. His recent cannabis, don't want to miss. We're looking at that. We'll make the determination over the next few weeks. So I assume people stay looking at it for the next few weeks, or maybe a week, and then it starts to drop. And then he says something else. I don't know. This is just a trick. It depends on what people think, but this will not be any time. Or agree classify cannabis to Schedule 2. It makes 0 sense. But when are they actually going to be voting on this? It doesn't actually say. When it's saying they're resuming the hearing process. We don't know how long that'll take. Well, I guess we'll see.